Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs, welcome to another season opener of the 94 Feet Podcast. This is your boy Big Zeke in the building. I'm here with my brother Kesey.
What's good, good people? It's good to be back in the building.
All right, I'm also here with my brother Dre.
Yo, what's good, everybody?
Oh, okay, all right. How y'all been doing?
Hey, everything's good, bro. Can't
All
complain.
All right,
Happy to be back with y'all.
All right, I'm happy to be back too.
Are you
Another
sure
season.
about
I'm great to be back, man. I'm excited,
that?
man.
I say great to be back with us.
Oh, well,
What's the difference?
I'm glad to be back to talk basketball with my brothers.
I am too, man.
Wouldn't have it any other way. Y'all got
All
on my
right,
nerves, but
Dre, you want to
Really?
start off with the injury report?
yeah. I mean, injury reports as we start off this season. Let's get right to it. The Boston Celtics are without Robert Williams III. He underwent a PRP injection in his surgical repaired left knee, hoping to return in the second half of the season. The Charlotte Bobcats,
Wow, that's
AKA
not
the Charlotte Hornets, LaMelo Ball, sprained left ankle, out 1 to 2 weeks. We'll see about that. The Ball family not doing great with the injuries. The Bulls, Lonzo Ball is out with a knee injury. The Milwaukee Bucks are still without our all-star forward, Chris Middleton. Is still out with a wrist injury, out for the next 3 weeks. The Bucks are also without Pat Connaughton with a right calf strain for 3 weeks. Joe Ingles is out till January. And didn't we sign him as our backup sharpshooter? Air quotes, sharpshooter, out until January.
you only need it for the playoffs.
Yeah, true. That's the injury report for those that matter.
Yeah, he's played in some big games, so he
Yeah.
ready. He'll be playoff ready.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Let's go getting around to the talk about the shoot around. For those who know, we do injury report every week, and then we kind of go over significant injuries for players, and then we go around to the shoot around and we talk about news and stats going around in the NBA currently. Did you guys see the Redeem Team on Netflix?
You know, I see some clips of the Redeem Team, but I have not fully watched
all right,
it.
okay.
Kesey, have you watched it?
Kesey.
I have watched it.
Kesey told me he watched it twice.
I watched it twice.
Thank you, Kesey.
I mean, I did see the.
appreciate that.
Wait a minute. I see the link that mattered. The Kobe shove. That's all that mattered.
Thank
The
you,
Kobe
Kesey.
what?
The Kobe shove to Pau Gasol.
That's
That
the
was
only part you seen.
that's the only
No, I just saw the previews. I haven't had a chance.
I mean,
to
I
watch
learned a lot from it. Watching it taught me a lot of stuff I didn't really realize that was going on with the USA team at the time, and what happened before they actually became the Redeem Team. I never really looked at how Dwayne Wade, LeBron, and Melo, what they went through when they lost.
second or third stench.
Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know what they went through when they lost. It was rough. It was rough on
It was
them.
really rough.
And learning a new type of basketball was something they wasn't prepared for.
I had the same realization. I know like a lot of this stuff happens when you're younger, or it's happening when you like, well, I got my own personal stuff going on, so I'm not gonna be involved in. I guess I looked at it as like they were talking about it in the movie, as far as like, well, US, we have the best talent in the NBA, and so for us to have the best talent, there should be no issue with us blowing these cats out. But when you talk about chemistry and these other countries playing together for like years on years and years, it's one of those things where like, okay, that type of stuff matters. And I think that, D Wade, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, they took that and it helped them succeed in the NBA at the levels that they're at now. All of them have a championship except for Carmelo Anthony, but that's neither here nor there. But I think I really wish, this is another one of those moments, I really wish Kobe would have been alive, so he kind of like further talk about this stuff, because I don't know when they filmed this. It had to be.
It was during the actual.
Yeah, but it's still
run.
It was still one of them things where like I wish Kobe had been alive,
Yeah.
because you can tell like LeBron.
It was a missing part.
Yeah,
It was a missing.
it was a missing part there.
A
Because-
missing headline to it.
Yeah, because it was talking about how Kobe, got on the team and how he was having like going through a rough time as far as like his I I'm gonna say his communication, but his friendship within the NBA, because Kobe is more of a loner, and he's more. I always looked at Kobe as the middle child. Like he was still involved in that era of not LeBron, but Michael Jordan and the guys who weren't friends on the court, or you never heard of nobody until you seen him in person, but you had heard whispers. And then he also, like, towards the end of his career, it was LeBron James and them being buddy and so on and so forth and blah blah blah. So I wish Kobe would have been alive to kind of put some emphasis on how that time was going on for him. But the movie as it is was still pretty good, and it was just a moment in history that I appreciated.
Did it make y'all look at any players in a different light after watching the documentary? Like,
to me, it didn't, because it was an instant they talked about. I'm sure you've seen this in the trailer because you didn't watch the movie.
Yeah, I don't have Netflix. Anybody let me use their Netflix?
I'm not gonna touch that right now. So the fact that everybody seeing Kobe get up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning and start working out and stuff like that, and then they all follow suit, and then Carmelo Anthony's like, well, I ain't getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I catch you at 6 or 7. And I'm like, you know what? They have a championship, you don't.
That's why Kobe has rings.
That's why they have all these guys have championships and you don't. That's why.
Kobe's work ethic definitely rubbed off on LeBron and Dwayne Wade.
I think it did.
And that's how they became who they were, is because he gave them the keys to what's next. If you want to be great, it's going to take getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and working out until 5 or 6, and then coming back and working out
get some heat, come back,
1 and 2,
Yep.
then come back in the evening and work out from 6 to 8. That's what the greats do.
And then the funny thing is, I think Kobe was the last real person who you hear and you see it. You hear about it and you see the results. I'll hear about something guys doing what comes to mind is Randall from the New York Knicks. I heard, he did something like Kobe told him to do, but I think 50 or 100 jump shots after the game. I'm like, well, I don't really see the results coming in for the season. But with Kobe, you seeing the results. I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, go working out, doing some gym stuff, and then I'm going to eat, then I'm going back, and I see the results.
But you've seen it though. You might not, because when he
you talking about with Randall, or you talking about
when Randall originally started that, that was before he had his stint in New York, where he became a superstar or all-star, I should say. Julius Randle struggled for years on trying to figure out how to be next level good.
Yeah, and I understand that.
And it's a process.
It is.
He's more consistent now than he was before he started.
He's definitely a better player than he is now than he was when he was a rookie playing with the Lakers. I will give you that. So just to really wrap it, 1 to 10, 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest, what you give it, Kesey?
I'm going to say an 8. Because it could have been better.
I was thinking 7.
He was missing something.
He was missing that Kobe interview. I ain't gonna lie to you. He was missing that Kobe interview because they did go back and talk to LeBron. They did go back and talk to D-Wade
and Bosh
and Melo and stuff like that. Bosh wasn't even necessary to talk to. But
what I think is interesting though with this documentary, and I do plan to watch it.
I'm sure you will.
after the Bulls documentary, and what was it called during Kobe years? I forgot. With Jordan,
The Last Dance.
The Last Dance. Now there's one about Steph Curry coming out. Now there's one about Shaquille O'Neal is coming out. So it seems like we're now in the era of telling the behind the scenes stories. So I think this would be good for the NBA. I think this is good.
It's been going on. We just never really paid attention because the one that
what was it before the
just think of the 30 for 30. Remember the show 30 for 30?
That's fair.
It's still 30 for 30.
That's fair.
You get what I'm saying?
I do. That's fair.
The Bad Boy, and think about the
Bad Boys,
the Fab Five.
Fab Five, yeah.
But
yeah.
it's
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But I'm talking about
it's
made
more
for TV specials.
But it's
right?
more. But them were made for TV specials.
No, I don't think so.
The Fab Five.
Those are part of a series, though, right?
The Fab Five
was part of 30 for 30, right?
30 for 30.
Those are events in history of the NBA or history of basketball.
Yeah.
When you talk about doing a movie about Shaq, or you talking about doing a movie about Steph Curry, those are individuals getting followed by cameras. So for
almost like a reality show,
almost
on
like
TV.
almost their whole journey. To me, I honestly don't want to see it. I don't want to see about Steph, especially about Steph Curry.
That's 'cause you a
Just
hater.
not even because I'm a hater. It's just the fact that, like with the Last Dance,
Mhm.
this it told a story that we didn't see before. So it's something to tell there. With Steph Curry, a little bit of Shaq, we kind of knew what was going on,
Yeah.
especially with Steph Curry, because he was in the era of cell phones. He was in the era of social media and stuff like that. Shaq at the beginning of his career and probably like later on, I guess a little bit of Shaq too, but I guess if I know about your story, I don't want to hear it get told again.
Yeah, but I think what's unique about Steph Curry's story, though, is how when he was drafted, he was written off.
Yeah, it was a good reason why.
Yeah, I mean, remember the Bucks passed on Steph Curry
It was a good reason.
in the trade at the time.
Yeah, that's what I'm
you
saying.
know,
Like,
But I'm interested in seeing it. So, I mean, I
course
can't
you are.
wait to see this Netflix documentary. I'm a big fan of the fact that LeBron is tapping into multiple streams of not just
Oh, no.
income, but just being the face of the NBA.
oh,
Right,
God.
his whole podcast, The Barbershop, where he showed The Barbershop, that's all giving you behind the scenes look in the NBA. But the issue with that is it's once again, to me, it's making a case for too much buddy ball.
Nothing that LeBron James ever says is shocking to me. Nothing. I hate Boston. We know you hate Boston. I seen what happened with you in Boston.
Many people do, though.
That's why Paul Pierce got all that hate in his blood now.
Yep.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I get it. But anyways, moving forward, going to NBA news, Jordan Poole signed a 4-year. Oh, wait, before we even get there, let's talk about the punch heard around the world. Earlier this month, a video was leaked. A situation that happened between Jordan Poole and Draymond Green, where things got heated and then it got physical, and Draymond TKO'd that young brother. If there's ever been a time to not claim Milwaukee, this is it. This is it.
Really?
Hey, bro, you get knocked out, man, on TV, man. You can't. And the whole world seen it. You can't. I don't want you to represent the city. Don't represent the city. You got knocked out. And, it is what it is. So the question for you guys is:
That's how you feel?
okay, fine. Since you want to talk about it, how you feel about it?
Draymond Green was wrong, first of all.
He wasn't. Continue.
But
Continue.
you
Go
let me
ahead.
finish.
Go ahead. I said continue.
Draymond was wrong from a sense of he hit the man like it was some hate behind the hit. Hold on, let me finish. It was some hate behind it because my thing is Jordan Poole put his hands on Draymond first and foremost. He pushed him.
Mm-hmm.
My thing is
But
if we're getting into a fight and you push me and I hit you, why am I wrong for defending myself? That's the first part that I have about that. So I'm kind of on both sides here.
First off,
But I
before
think
you go any further, take it like this. Anybody gets in your personal space, you have the right to tell them to back up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did. He didn't do like
he pushed
it wasn't no like I'm gonna push you down for hard. It was more like back about my space. You know what I'm saying?
and it was a Draymond flop.
Yeah. Then Draymond has something against him out the gate.
Well, you know why? 140 million reasons why. That's why.
That happened.
man.
That happened after.
No.
Yeah, it
Jordan
did.
But they already had.
No.
Listen,
Jordan
let me
They
explain.
Poole
were talking
It
about
happened,
Listen.
but he knew he was. Listen,
They
the
was-
video leaked with him and Wiggins. We about to get a bag.
Listen,
You about to get
They
a
knew
bag.
they was getting a bad. They won a
Listen.
championship.
They-
Yeah.
his agent and the Golden State Warriors had been in talks weeks before.
It wasn't no one. It wasn't for
But
140.
yes, it was.
No, it
but
wasn't. It was for
then
like 120, 100.
But listen,
Go ahead.
that's the thing though. Once that happened, they knew they had to give him exactly what he asked for. They might have got away with 120, 130. But they had to put that extra 10 on there for
So
that Draymond.
here's my thing, because Kesey, you have brothers. You have a brother,
Yeah.
and y'all go at it. And it's been a couple times. It's been fisticuffs.
We seen it.
So my thing is, if this man, y'all talking back and forth on the court or whatever, he get up on your face. And we all know what that means. Like you really ain't trying to fight. So then you push him like, hey man, get off me. Because I don't think this is the thing. the more now it has been leaked, it's been more and more coming out. Now we didn't cover this when it first happened. We live our lives, but when this first happened, and as time went on, like more and more stuff got to happen, and then it come now. It's even so far that we know exactly what he said to him.
What did he say?
He called him a beep, and then he called him a beep, and then
Did he?
Yeah, come on, man. You know how Draymond get down.
Oh, you mean Draymond came out and did all this?
So this is what I heard. Okay. As Draymond Green shot free throws at the end of one practice, Poole told Green to stop pissing down his leg. Green airballed the free throw, and then the Warriors had to run sprints. During Monday's scrimmage, Poole had jokingly asked Draymond why his Twitter handle was Money Green if Green was going to be broke and in Sacramento after this season. Draymond Green took I'm sorry. Draymond Green took exceptions to this banter, hurtling a ball at the direction of Poole, which ultimately struck a child at the end of one of the members of the training staff. The final straw appeared to come Wednesday. This is when the incident happened, when Poole asked Green what they did whenever an attractive female entered the gym at MSU. Did y'all like triple singles or something like that? Did y'all like triple singles, or was it like a screen setting or something crazy like that? But he pushed him. He called him a beep, and then Draymond swung on him. So, like, I'm not mad at Draymond.
I'm not mad at him for defending himself either. I just thought
I don't even think it was him defending
even
myself.
It wasn't no
It
defense.
was like control your emotions.
Yeah.
Control your emotions.
Yeah.
Because I was bringing up the example like Kesey and his brother, if they fight and it come to fisticuffs, how long it take y'all before y'all get cool?
Man, he's pretty stubborn.
It can be weeks, days. It depends on what.
But my thing about it is somebody has to, like, I know you have stopped yourself, be like, you know what? Let me just back away before it get real.
No,
No,
I'm not the back down type.
he is not.
Jesus Christ.
If you know
So
me,
his brother
have I
has
ever
been,
back down to you?
huh?
Oh boy.
I'm not saying you have back down.
Okay, then.
I mean, you want to step outside, man? This is what we doing.
Well, then let's go. Ain't nothing but space and opportunity.
Pause it, Tom.
Oh my.
Listen,
No, I just feel like, okay, here's my question then. We just talked about the whole incident. What's worse, the incident or it getting leaked?
I think it's getting leaked. The fact that it's getting leaked because house business should stay house business.
I think I agree with you. I think it getting leaked was the biggest issue for me because I've been to college and I played college basketball, right? We've had brawls between each other
That's true.
and we didn't speak for a couple practices, but then, 2 or 3 practices, maybe a couple weeks go by and we figure it out. That's what you do. I mean, it's didn't been times me and my brother went to the same school. We didn't got in brawls. We didn't talk. I looked him off a couple times. He looked me off a couple times for about a week. And then we finally figured out the coach is about to bench both of us. Or we both ain't finna play.
I guess my thing about that is,
And you'd be like, you know what? My bad, bro.
I guess my thing about that is, number one, if I'm Poole, we are fighting every day. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
But
That's
see,
number one.
But see, that's the thing. If the video wasn't leaked, he has a chance.
But there still would have been that like, man, why they not?
No, it's a. I'm telling you, it's.
I'll give you this. They can fake it.
I witnessed it.
They
happen.
can fake it. They can
I
fake
witnessed it happen, where one person get the best in practice,
it.
and then we got when you get back to the dorms,
It's only popping.
when we get off of grounds,
It's only popping.
it's only popping.
But this
Then
month,
we got our real squad. That's when you get your real squad. And
So what you're saying-
you think I'm playing when I say that? It happens on the regular.
so
But
what
you know what? A lot of players said that. Like a lot of NBA players said this happens all the time. But then there are other NBA players like, no, this doesn't happen all the
now you getting knocked out.
But
Yeah.
but see the difference.
He got slummed
in the
I'm talking-
NBA, that doesn't
Oh.
But look at Draymond's size over Poole. Look at his size.
That's not the point. He likes
and it was a sucker punch. And it was
It
a
wasn't no
sucker
sucker punch.
punch.
Don't say
It
that.
was a sucker
Don't say
punch.
that.
It was a sucker
Don't
punch.
say
It
that.
kind of
It was a
he
sucker
kind of
punch.
snuffed him.
He didn't snuff him.
He did.
Kind of
Stop
snuffed
it.
him.
Bro,
He-
when he pushed him out
stop.
his way, he came back running.
You know what it was? This is one person being from Draymond say he from the hood. And if you
Draymond
from the
has
hood,
Draymond has some emotional issues.
so if you from the hood, and then you know what that means. Anytime I push,
Listen.
if we finna square up, not even square, if I push you, your fist need to be balled
Listen,
up.
let me tell you something. And let me tell you something now.
And you of all people
let's
know.
Let's go back to our childhood.
Let's go.
We all grew up together, right?
All right.
Let's go back to all the times we didn't had our issues on the court,
I
right?
was the forgotten.
How many
friend.
times have you
You
got?
didn't
How
have
many
those
times have I
issues.
gotten in your face talking smack and you push me back and be like, "Kesey, get out my face, man,"
Yeah.
and I don't swing off on you? How many
Yes.
times have I swung and punched you in the face after that?
Never.
Have you ever been in a fist fight?
No.
Have we ever been in a fist fight? Yeah,
No, y'all.
No,
haven't.
we haven't.
twice.
No,
No,
y'all
we haven't.
Yes,
No,
No.
twice.
not in
Once-
teenage years. Not after 16.
Probably like 14, 13.
Oh, nobody
No.
them kid fights.
No.
No.
We came
Jordan-
close.
Most of our fights is either one of us pushing the other because guess what? At the end of the day,
I'm a
It's a-
man.
it's a respect level,
Yeah.
right? You know, I know you push me because I'm in your personal space.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't no different than them being teammates and he pushing him because he in his personal space. He tell him, dude, we on the same team. Back up on my space.
I want to take,
Right?
but I want to take this out of basketball. I'm going to take this, not even out of basketball. I want to take this out of the NBA. These are two, because I'm going to tell you something. I had to break up a fight between my pops and somebody because they was playing basketball. It got physical. And I could see where this was finna go. Now, some people have put that third point out there, like where were they teammates? Like the teammates should have broke this up because you see
Well, they
where this is
did,
going.
but that's why Draymond sucker punch. Nobody knew Draymond
No.
was coming in that
Listen,
quick with
I'm
that
gonna
punch.
tell
Be
you like
prepared.
this. You,
Be prepared.
You want to say that, but at the end of the day, you looking at it as like it's your brother, right? We on the same team. We just won a championship together, and he's been there under Draymond's wing for how many years? And Draymond has said it on numerous occasions. I took Poole under my wing.
Mm-hmm.
We both went to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
He went to Michigan. I went to Michigan State.
Yeah. Oh, he did go to Michigan.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he said that on plenty of times when he was on different podcasts and when he did interviews. Like, yeah, I took the Rook under my wing. How you gonna say you took him under your wing, but you snuffed him like that?
Listen,
If
I
I
wasn't
took that,
snuffing.
ain't no different than if I took a young player that came in behind me. I'm in my senior year and he in his freshman year. I ain't gonna snuff him like that.
Don't
I'm gonna
get
tell you like this,
disrespectful.
man. Draymond Green.
I'm gonna get in your face and I'm gonna let you know who the alpha dog is, but I'm not gonna snuff you like that.
That's what. Hey, that's what that swing was.
Draymond Green.
That's what that swing was.
I'm the big dog.
I'm
That's
big
what
dog around here. You better recognize.
Yeah.
I've been punking all these Negroes and I've been punking all these Negroes and the owner and the
He
GM
ain't
for about
he
10
ain't
years.
He ain't punking the owner.
He ain't punking the owner. He
Okay.
ain't punking Steph. He ain't punking Clay.
He know who to punk and who not to punk.
Well, the young guns. The young guns.
Yes. Plus, when this is my thing about Draymond Green.
He ain't
Draymond
punking
Green.
Looney.
Draymond Green has had the Golden State Warriors on lock for a long time. For him to get up in Kevin Durant's face and him nothing happens to Draymond if y'all have never noticed.
They didn't need Kevin Durant. We already talked about this.
I'm not finna go there with you because
They won how many
Draymond,
championships?
Draymond Green has said
They,
himself.
they
we needed
won
Kevin Durant.
titles before Kevin. They won
We
titles after
needed Kevin Durant. He said it himself.
Of course he said it because Kevin was sitting right there.
No, he wasn't.
Okay, anyway, Draymond Green was out of line, but he's not wrong for defending himself. I thought it was an overreaction. And Draymond Green is a bully who clearly has some emotional issues because he kicked his boy LeBron in the balls during a playoff game. He calls Kevin Durant out of his name. I mean, what kind of grown man calls another man the B word multiple times? He uses that word a lot, right? A lot.
He knows it's gonna get under your skin.
And Draymond Green, you're not Dennis Rodman, so slow your roll. Okay. Now, all Draymond Green did with this video leaking helped Draymond get his first class ticket out of town. His career with the Golden State Warriors is done. Stick a fork in it, book it.
First good deal they get, he's gone.
He's out of there.
Mhm.
Book it.
But if
Because
he
they're
would-
not paying him.
if he'd have done that to anybody else besides Poole, Curry, or Clay,
He wouldn't.
he would have got away with
But
it.
this is the thing.
I mean, but I'm sorry to cut you off, but here, let's take it back to what you were asking.
Mhm.
The leak is the problem. Look how many years it went before we even knew Jordan punched Steve Kerr. And to this day, no one has ever seen the video
yeah.
of Jordan
They've talked about
punching.
that for years. They've been talking about that for
But
years.
it never leaked. It leaked because they leaked.
How did you mean it
No,
leaked when
it didn't-
everybody
it didn't
already
leak,
knew?
They said it. We don't even know how he
Right, that's
punched
what I'm
him.
saying.
We don't even know how he punched him.
Right. We don't know if it was open fist. We don't know none of that. But in this social media world where all these people in practice, I'm pretty sure the Warriors now have rules about no phones allowed in practice, closed practices, because as an organization, now they're embarrassed. Now they're embarrassed.
But that's how they make their documentaries and
I
stuff
was-
like that.
not only that, but that's how
Because-
they go over film like that.
They go. The thing with that is
It just shouldn't have got leaked.
it shouldn't have got leaked, but the team, that's how they see. They see that what people don't understand about that type of video is what they go back and look at the type of players they have in practice. You get what I'm saying?
Mhm.
It's not even so much about recording like the fight or whatever. It's about going back to see like what did he do when this happened? What did
Yeah.
he do when that happened?
Yeah.
You mean
Yeah.
he turned the ball over 3 times? What did he do? That's what those film is for. It's not for you to go back and edit the video and send it out to show the fight.
I think we all
Because
can.
without that film, teams don't get better.
I think we all can agree that the leakage of the film was probably the most.
Have they even said who
devastating
leaked it
part.
yet?
They don't know.
They haven't said who said it. They haven't said who leaked it. They just said the person probably got paid like 30,000-50,000.
I mean, let's be honest.
No, they said more than that.
More than that.
No, it was
For
about
the
30.
right
It was
payday-
50,000.
Would you have leaked it?
Of course, stop it.
Come on now. TMZ would have heard about it anyway.
But so after this happened, Jordan Poole signs a 4-year extension worth 140.
A reward for getting beat up. I'll take it. I'll take it. Shoot.
And then Andrew Wiggins also signed a 4-year extension worth 100 million. Which one of these guys got overpaid?
I don't think in today's, and you're going to be
Jordan
shocked.
Poole got overpaid. I'll say it since
Listen,
you won.
hold up.
Because I know you.
Hold up, man.
Before we even get to you, the fan, he got overpaid. Okay, he got overpaid.
So you know
Hey,
me.
hold on, let me ask you another question about that. So I was watching an interview with Draymond, and he said something about he don't watch social media and he don't know that,
Shut
and he
up.
had no idea that the video had even been leaked until like 3 or 4 days after.
Cap.
So TMZ paid the snitch of the Draymond Green. Here, TMZ paid $100,000 for the video.
No problem.
I'll
I
take
would
it.
not only would I film it, I would hand deliver it.
But so
Take my money, and y'all will never see me again.
honestly,
But you know, I'm starting to think a lot of people that not supposed to be there at practice.
yeah,
So it could have been anybody. But go ahead.
I'm gonna say Wiggins got overpaid.
Ooh.
I'm gonna say Wiggins got.
Are you sure?
overpaid.
Because you had really high praise for him.
I
He locked up. He locked up Luke.
did he?
Just
Did he?
The Lakers just
Nope.
lost again.
Lakers did lose.
Blew a 7-point lead with 1:30 seconds.
0-5 now, right?
0-3.
0-3.
That's how you started. That's how you turn the season off.
Well, let
We
them
know
start.
they suck.
Let them
That's
start.
fine.
They're
I just had to
terrible.
bring it up.
Alright.
This is going to be great. LeBron's going to break the record and not make the playoffs. But anyway, Andrew
We're
Wiggins.
gonna talk about that next week.
Man,
Go
it's
ahead.
going to be bad. Oh, it's going to be bad for them and Philly. Andrew Wiggins got $100 million. Yes, he was great in the finals,
Mhm.
but $100 million for Wiggins at this stage in his career, I think is a bit
Oh, I
much.
tell you what, how the tide turns. Oh, when the tide turns,
What?
I just want to see Dre an owner for about 24 hours. Give me like a month. I just want him for 30 days because you going into these rooms. Hey, I know you helped us win the championship, but we're not trying to pay you. So what can we do
Bro,
to work this out?
I would have given Wiggins, that's $25 million guaranteed money.
4 years. Go
Okay.
ahead.
I would have
How much?
I would have given Wiggins maybe a 4-year. I would have gave him like a year, 65 to 70 million.
How long?
I would have gave him a 4-year, 65 to 70 million. I would have gave him 15 to 18 a year.
Who?
Wiggins.
Wow. Wow.
I've never smoked dope ever.
But I'm just saying the way you sound.
I'm just saying.
Think
Give
about
him,
the-
no.
hold
Hear me
on.
out. Hear me
No,
out.
no,
I'm
gonna say-
not done. I'm still
Let him explain
going.
himself.
Because they still have to play Klay Thompson. His contract is up. They got to pay him. You just cashed out on Wiggins. And I believe they're walking away from Draymond. You got to pay James Wiseman in 2 years. So you're spending all your money now against your future. So I wanted Wiggins to stay if I'm the Warriors, but to me, you asked the question.
I did.
So I told you I think they're both overpaid. And here's why. Because again, this is me. I believe, hear me out.
Whoa.
I believe Golden State is preparing to walk away from not only just Draymond, but also Klay Thompson. I believe they're preparing to walk away from both. Because why on earth would you pay Jordan Poole $140 million?
Because he got punched and knocked out. What are you talking about?
Well, no, I think he earned his payday. He played for the Warriors the past 3 seasons wonderfully. But the Warriors can't pay all of this talent forever. They can't.
Go ahead.
It's
Keith.
proven that they can't.
Did they? We're gonna talk about that in a second. But go ahead, Keith. Did either one of these guys get overpaid?
They overpaid Poole. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Poole should have been at 100, just like Wiggins.
I would
They
agree.
both should have been at like 100.
I would agree.
Wiggins is most definitely worth 100. Without Wiggins, they don't win that championship.
Of course,
Wiggins played probably the biggest role of anybody on that team outside of Steph.
Mhm.
And that's not just offensively. Defensively, he was a stud in the playoffs. He was guarding 1 through the 5. All playoffs.
Wiggins. Yeah.
Yeah, you guard everybody.
So that's why they're ready to move on from Draymond, because they got Wiggins who can do what he does
No, I don't think
defensively.
he can't.
Would you have given Wiggins, if you were in charge, would you have given Wiggins $100 million?
Yes, he's worth $25 million a year. If I'm going to pay Poole 35, hell yeah, I'm going to pay him 25.
So, but you
So
said
you're
Poole,
saying they got Wiggins on discount.
they got Wiggins on discount
but you said Poole got overpaid too.
because Wiggins could have got more if he went elsewhere.
I don't think he
Guaranteed.
Nah,
Gar- Guaranteed.
Let me tell you. Go ahead. What about Poole?
See, hold up,
What
because
about Poole?
hold up before you move on. Wiggins fits Golden State's system. Wiggins is not the superstar that you can build around.
It's not about him being.
It has to be if you're
it's not-
paying out money like that.
It doesn't have to be, because Jordan Poole is not the person they're building around.
He's not, but he's also going to be their number 2 shooting option, though.
He's
Is
their,
he not?
But
He's their
I-
6th man off the bench.
But I told,
No, he's
but,
not. He's starting right now.
but I totally.
It's because what's it called? Somebody not playing.
I guarantee you, they are not paying that man 140 to come off the bench.
He came off the bench game 1 and game 2. He come off the bench. He's
Yeah,
the
he did.
6th man.
He's actually the 6th man.
He's the 6th man.
Did Klay start?
Yes.
Klay didn't play, did he? I thought Klay was out.
No,
Oh,
Klay
Klay didn't
No,
play.
Klay did not play.
He played the first game. Yes,
He played the
did.
first game. I don't know about the second game, but I know he's not
Jordan
a. He's
Poole
not a
started.
He's not a starter
When
though.
Klay is injured, Poole starts.
Okay,
And
that he's not,
Klay's
he's not
been
a
out.
starter. And Klay played game 1.
Watch when they
No,
come back.
Klay played against the Nuggets too because he missed that 3-pointer badly too. So you saying Poole got overpaid
Yeah.
too?
Klay played game 1. He played 20 minutes, 18 points.
And he didn't play game 2.
Game
Right.
2 he played too.
I'm pretty sure he was out. Maybe I'm wrong. He played against the Nuggets, and these are preseason games, right?
No.
That's regular season. They played the Lakers first game,
The
They,
regular
they
Lakers
beat the Lakers on
spanked
ring
them.
night.
and then they lost to the Nuggets.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. So I stand corrected.
Hey,
But the money doesn't kick in yet anyway, right? Poole doesn't get his money until after this season.
I think so. I don't know.
So you don't think that man's not going to start for $140 million?
No.
Oh, okay.
Klay gonna be there until 2024. He'll be starting. Keezy, what about Poole?
Poole was. It's so hard to say he's not worth it, but I mean,
I think he got
Take
over.
off hometown loyalty.
I think he got overpaid. I was
'cause
starting.
I mean, who else do you pay?
What
for
you
your
mean?
future?
You know who you pay.
Who?
You know who you pay.
Ooh.
Mhm. The African American who's been loyal to you,
Who?
Draymond Green.
No.
No.
Draymond is getting
Draymond-
up there.
It
in age.
depends. Here's my thing. Here's my
He
thing.
had the worst
Let me-
playoff stink of his whole
Okay,
career.
okay. Let me get this out. Let me get this out real quick because I'm gonna let you go. I think Wiggins got paid enough. I think Poole got overpaid, and I think one of the reasons he got overpaid because he got knocked out. But I feel like this is a pivotal moment in the Warriors' history because if you to me it comes down to does the Warrior need Draymond or does Draymond need the Warriors? You have arguments for both, but you're gonna see how this plays out because like Draymond Green doesn't have a huge impact on the offensive end. He does have a bigger impact on the defensive end. But the thing about it is, like I think I said this a couple weeks ago when we were recording that Draymond Green is able to let Klay Thompson and Steph Curry do what they do best, which is, run around and kind of get off picks and stuff like that. Like Draymond bringing that ball up 75% of the time.
But do you know who else is the biggest factor in how many threes they get off?
Poole?
No.
Who?
Jordan Wiseman.
No.
Who?
Kevin Looney. Go look at the tapes.
Yeah, I
A
get
lot of the threes that Steph gets come off of Looney's screen and throwing it back.
But who's
to him.
handling
Kevin
that ball?
Garnett has some good things to say about Kevin Looney.
Kevin
too.
Looney is probably the most underrated player on their roster
that they got for discount.
That they got as a
I've
cheapest
never
pro-
seen him score 20 points.
Well, he's not there to score. He's defensive
I've
player.
never seen him score
You've
20
never
points.
seen Rudy Gobert score 20 points, but he got a max contract.
And he's a walking
Oh,
double.
talking about. I've seen him score 20 points.
He
He's
just
had
scored
20 in 20 games.
He just scored 20 the other night.
He's had 20 in
How
20
often
games.
did he score 20?
And he's a
Now, is it 10 times a season?
No.
Probably 10 times. But that's not the point. The
The
point is, we
what
talking
I'm
about
saying,
Looney.
Looney ain't even making 10.
15. I was gonna give him that. Maybe.
I don't even think he's making that.
Oh, he's got an extension too. I don't know
Yeah,
how much
but
he's making.
it
It
wasn't big.
wasn't big at all.
It wasn't big.
Because
But-
he
but the
doesn't
thing
score.
is-
He hasn't scored more than 15 points.
Well, and he's a role player.
yeah.
He's a role player.
So like I said before,
He's a
I
role
think it's gonna be
player.
very interesting. Now, do I think this is what I think is gonna happen? I think Draymond's
Looney-
gonna be
I'm
offered.
sorry, Looney made 7 his first season, 7.5, 8, and he just signed
extension not too long ago.
an extension and a 3-year, $22 million extension.
There you go.
But and it's
3 or 22. That ain't even $8 million a year.
but
That's a
18
role
million.
player.
Well, wait a minute,
He's a role
18
player.
million of it is guaranteed.
He's a role player.
It doesn't matter if it's guaranteed.
He's a role player.
Casey, where else was he gonna go and get that kind of money? He's
The-
won titles. He won 2
He
titles.
can go
now.
anywhere and get 10.
Stop
He
it.
can go to any team and get 10. He took a pay
Stop
cut for them.
Casey
Looney is-
loyal
Looney
to the
is-
hometown.
No.
Looney is lucky. Wiseman got hurt.
Mhm.
Looney is
He'd
lucky.
be on the
Wiseman
trading
got
block.
hurt.
He'd be on the trading block.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you like this.
Mhm.
Wiseman is lucky. Looney is on that team
So for some longevity,
because he took a pay cut so that everybody else can get paid.
How what you supposed to do as a role player?
If I'm Looney, I'd have left and got my money. Shout out to Looney.
And he would have never heard of
shout out
again.
to Looney, shout out to
Milwaukee
Poole, shout out to Tyler Hero. All the Milwaukee boys
I,
got paid.
I know you wanted to pay, bro.
I guess.
Next contract, go get that bag, man.
Oh, okay. All right.
For all the haters,
All
go
right.
get your bag next
Yeah,
time.
that's it. That's
And he does great charity work in Milwaukee too.
Okay,
Shout
here
out
we
to
go.
him. He
Let's-
built the whole gym.
all right.
for,
Let's
Running Rebels.
Yeah.
He built a whole gym.
That's what I be trying to tell. Dude, Looney is the dude.
I
Looney
get-
is
Looney,
Looney.
is another Milwaukee kid who made it to the league. I get that.
No, it's not about that. Looney is.
So you making millions of dollars,
He's a
and you want me
three-time
to
NBA
you want me to
he's a
pat you on the back because you contribute to the city?
no, he's a 3-time NBA champion.
3 times.
Is he an NBA?
3 times.
Is he a 3-time NBA All Star?
3-time NBA
Is he
champion.
an NBA All Star?
He's a center. It's hard to get that. It's only a couple of those that make it.
Okay.
And
all right.
listen,
Gobert, Cat, Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis will always make an all-star over Kevin Looney. And
Well,
many
you
others.
know what? You know what? He's popular. Fine, go ahead.
And
but
many
he,
others.
But he probably can't. He probably can't play the All Star game because he's hurt. Continue.
Now, did you see his first game? He went down.
He was. Don't worry about that. But anyway, I mean,
First
I don't.
game.
I like to see
I mess
you
with
have your
Looney.
first
He
game.
from the city, huh?
I like to see you have your first
You
game.
know it ain't funny.
I love to see you have your first game.
He get defended, man.
I'm not.
I'm not.
offended. I'm just saying. No, I gotta. Somebody gotta defend the players sometimes, man.
I defend him all the time.
Every time my brother get on the floor, man, y'all talking about how he catching an injury case.
Who? Anthony Davis?
Yeah,
Come on, man. Stop.
come on, man.
I'll fake an injury too.
Is it?
I like to see you get on there
What
for
I
the first-
said.
Hold on. Let's get you next Saturday. Let's go to the gym.
Oh, boy.
Let's see how you feel after your first game off.
Yeah, they
First of all,
ain't
Keith,
played the game.
I mean,
Exactly, because I know what's up.
He
with
won't
me.
show up.
I know what's up with
I
me.
told him where I'm at every Saturday morning.
I ain't played basketball no how long. What they got to do anything? Anthony Davis still gonna be on the bench. I'll be sitting right next to him.
and he paid.
Exactly. I'm not mad at that.
And the Lakers franchise will go down in history as being one of the most terrible managed ones because of it.
Now, after these extensions, the Golden State Warriors are looking at a $480 million salary and luxury taxes. If Draymond Green picks up his $27.6 million option, they will exceed $500 million. I want Dre to answer this first. Is it fair to say the Golden State Warriors are buying their championship?
They are not buying their championships. Because
Hold on. You Mr. Money Man.
You asked me a question.
You are Mr.
Can I
Money
answer
Man.
it? Can I answer it? You
Go
asked
ahead.
me a question. I
You're
answered
right.
it.
Go ahead.
Because every player on Golden State was drafted or traded for. You can't buy championships when you build from your core. There is not
When you breaking the bank,
There is not a free agent on Golden State but Iggy. Iggy is the only player in the core talent that wasn't drafted or traded for. Steph, drafted. Clay, drafted. Draymond, drafted. Poole, drafted. Wiseman, drafted. Looney, drafted. Wiggins, traded into the system of the Warriors. So Golden State is doing what you're supposed to do. They're rewarding their players. Overpaying? Absolutely. But they're rewarding their players for loyalty and winning championships.
Accountability. Accountable.
Was that the wrong one?
nah, I hit too many.
I said, listen, they're not buying championships. They're keeping their team together.
Overplaying people. You know what? One of the reasons why people can't
Did the Bucks overpay people? Did the Bucks overpay?
No, they're not exceeding 500 million.
If we had Klay Thompson, Steph Curry, and Jordan Poole, we would.
We
You
would.
don't think if we had a spot up shooter like one of them, we wouldn't play to keep this core together to help Giannis win a title?
Bucks have never kept their core together.
Listen,
That's one of the reasons why. No
Ke-
one wants that luxury tax.
Kesey said that I'm smoking good dope, you smoking good something. Because if you don't think teams are in the same position as the Golden State Warriors to keep your team together, they would. Now, 500 million.
Everybody's in. No, hold on a second though. Everybody's in this position, but they like, you know what? I don't want that luxury tax. I'll just let them go.
But it's the Warriors. They're a dynasty.
A dynasty.
They're a dynasty.
Dynasty.
4 championships in 6 years. That's not a dynasty.
I'm gonna slide over here to you, Keith.
That's not a dynasty.
Are they buying the championship, Keith?
That's why he resigned for what he resigned, because they're a dynasty, bro.
Are they buying championships?
Nah.
No?
Players are getting paid what they need
So I
to get
think
paid.
I'll say this: if they resign, if they went and got Kevin Durant again, they're buying championships
Oh no, that's just
Yeah.
loading.
But
That's just loading the deck.
Everybody on their roster is who they drafted.
or traded for.
Except for
Except
Let me ask you a
for
question.
Wiggins.
Okay.
Gary Payton and Wiggins.
That's it. No, Wiggins was traded. So the only free agent they really signed outside of KD was Iggy. That's it.
You
And-
keep saying Iggy. Like, first of all,
Years ago, I'm talking years ago.
yeah, you're right. Well, this is my thing.
That's
Here's
the
my
only
thing.
free agent besides KD that Golden State has signed with some credibility.
What is the number one reason people can't keep championship teams together?
Money.
Okay, even with the Bulls, they was like, we're not doing it.
Jordan still made $30 million and they kept the team together. Jerry Krause was a terrible manager.
He was a terrible.
God
manager.
rest his soul, but he was terrible because if he was smart, the Bulls would have been a dynasty,
Oh God, they were a dynasty.
but a bigger dynasty.
No.
The Bulls would have been like the Boston Celtics.
No,
The Bulls would have won 8 straight championships had Jordan not retired because of poor management.
we get off the
Wait a
topic
second.
though.
No, we're not.
Yeah, we are.
You brought it up. Had the GM kept that core together with Pippen, Phil Jackson, and Jordan, the Bulls would have won another 2 titles.
That's true. I will give you that.
8 and 10 years? Yeah. That's a dynasty.
They ain't a dynasty.
That's a dynasty.
They ain't a dynasty.
6, 2-3 pieces, not a
They're
dynasty.
They're not a dynasty.
The Bulls, Chicago Bulls are not a dynasty.
Oh, the Chicago Bulls. They're
The Golden State Warriors are not a dynasty.
No.
Slap yourself.
I'm not giving it to you.
Slap yourself.
I'm not
How
giving
many
it to you.
rings they had in the last 5 years?
4. They won 4 and 6.
Hold on a second. I mean, because of Kevin Durant, I guess you could.
And you know I hate those years. I think those are whack for KD. But
Oh, boy, for KD, Steph Curry was there too.
KD joined them.
I swear.
KD joined them. So here we go. Just to go over really quickly. 2022 Golden State. The Milwaukee Bucks, of course.
Mhm.
The Raptors, Golden State twice, Cleveland, Golden State, the Warriors. So since 2015, the Golden State Warriors have had 4 of the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 championships. That's a dynasty.
Nah.
Okay.
No, we talked about this before. I'm just messing with you. Yes, they have a dynasty.
Yeah.
Compared to how we judge a dynasty, I'll give you that.
Mhm.
but this is their last run, so it's fine.
I would agree. I would agree.
Um,
They're going to win it again this year.
No, they're not.
They're going to win it again this year.
They have nothing coming.
They're going to win it again this year.
They have nothing coming.
Okay. You
So
want to bet now, or should we wait until the halfway through the
no,
season?
because I don't want Steph Curry to get injured and then I got to hear your mouth. No, I mean if Steph was playing,
I mean that's how we always do it, though.
if
That's how we always do it.
if was a fifth, and I'm not bringing it back for this season.
Yeah.
So, anyways, according to ESPN, these are the seeding predictions. I'm sorry.
For the rest of the year or current?
No, these are playoff predictions.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah, we started off.
Oh wow.
Now, if you gentlemen have a problem with this, please stop me.
I have a big problem already.
Oh, I know you do, but we're gonna get there. Can you wait till we get there? Because I see where your problem is at.
Yes.
Now I want to put them I want to put this out there. They base this off of stats.
Let me just say.
I know what you're gonna say. Let me base
I'm
this
not-
off of stats.
Hold up.
So let
I'm
me
not gonna.
get,
let me just
get-
say this. I'm not gonna comment on your thing.
I know what you're gonna say.
ESPN needs to fire whoever does this stuff. This stuff is blasphemous, in the words of Stephen A. What you call me, Stephen B?
Yeah.
This is blasphemous.
I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
Um,
Oh, Jesus.
we got the Boston Celtics number 1, the Milwaukee Bucks at number 2, Philadelphia 76ers at number 3, Toronto Raptors at number 4, Atlanta at number 5, Miami at number 6, Brooklyn at number 7, Cleveland at number 8. Any issues?
I have several issues with this list.
Is this just the East?
Well, you didn't go to the West.
I didn't go to the West.
I'm
just
just looking at the East. I
let's
have
focus
issues
on the
with
East.
this list.
Oh, go ahead.
I love my Bucks, but I think they're ranked pretty high right now because we need Chris Middleton, Doc.
We'll have them in 3
We're
weeks.
2-0.
We're 2-0, but we ain't really played nobody.
Without him.
We ain't played nobody.
I don't know. And Giannis had 50
The East,
almost.
the
Yeah.
East isn't as stacked.
Yeah,
as it
because
once
Philly
was.
don't scare me. Philly ranked way too high. Brooklyn too low. They'll eventually get it together. And wasn't y'all saying how Donovan Mitchell was going to be the savior of Cleveland?
I didn't say that. I think
y'all
it's a
said
good
it.
pickup. It's a good pickup.
It's a great pickup.
You can't deny
It's
it's
a
a good
great
pickup.
pickup.
But I didn't say he's going to be the
Mitchell fan.
savior.
I'm actually okay with this list, although I see the Bucks finishing more of like a 3 and a 4 spot.
Really?
If we don't get Middleton back, because Giannis also, remember, Giannis falls into load management too. We don't say much about it because we're fans.
He plays 70
He
plus
plays,
games
but
every
he
year.
falls into load management.
But he
sometimes,
plays
too.
70 plus games every year.
65 or so. You know?
If he's not
But-
injured, 70.
But he falls into load management, and I'm concerned that he's putting so many. He was at church today too. Shout out to Giannis. He put so many miles on his body. I'm concerned about wear and tear long term.
He's young.
He is, but still, bro, he goes hard. Giannis
He does.
don't ever not show up to work and not go hard.
LeBron just started not showing up every second. So, I mean, it can work. It can happen.
I'm mostly
He,
okay.
year
with
20,
this
he didn't
list.
slow down to year 18.
I'm mostly okay
Yeah,
with
that's
this.
good.
However, I will say Boston holding on to number 1 with all the mess they got over there.
They're undefeated right now.
They are undefeated. They got a chip on their
And
shoulder.
they are playing some good ball over there.
That's because they got them new cool jerseys. I don't even wear jerseys, but I would totally rock that Celtics jersey.
Kesey, what you feel about this 8 for the East?
Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, Toronto.
I mean, I have while you pulling yours up.
I like everything but Philly.
Yeah, that's too high.
That's too high for Philly.
Yep, to me it is.
I think Philly goes to 7,
Ooh,
and the Nets go to 3.
Yep, Brooklyn will get it together. That's exactly what I said. Brooklyn will get it together.
I think.
But I think Brooklyn will end up being better than Miami, Toronto, and Atlanta
Mm,
eventually. It's early. It's only the first few games.
it's only first week. This is first
but
week.
the first few games can tell a very compelling story. Look
I
at the
think.
Lakers.
I think.
I mean, it's early for them too. It's only 3 games in.
Yeah, but I feel
With
like
Westbrook still being Westbrook.
What I tell you, what you got to get to.
what?
Every year I say this to y'all. You
First
gotta
20?
wait till you get to 15, 20. That's when you start worrying.
I mean, but I guess my thing about this, like as far as like the Lakers go, because you can't help yourself but bring them up.
I didn't bring up the Lakers.
You
Yeah,
did
you
bring.
did.
You literally brought them
You
up.
brought him up.
He just brought that up.
We talking about earlier in the
Yeah,
podcast.
Yeah, I brought up that they stunk it up again and lost.
But we know they stink it up. You look at their roster.
Lakers not going to make the playoffs.
My thing about the Lakers is the thing about the Lakers is, to me, even though let's say it's been 3 games, they lost all 3. They look bad.
And they were
They
destroyed.
look bad. They
in
look
a
bad.
few of them.
They look bad.
They do.
Now, them getting blew out by Golden State, I expected that. Them losing to Portland, I didn't expect that.
Me either.
And the fact that LeBron James is looking at his roster like, well, I ain't got no shooters, so I mean, what you was looking to do? It's one of those things where, like, I can't feel bad for somebody who is on this team or on this franchise for not winning reasons. And I forgot to say this earlier, but when it comes to the Redeem team and Kobe Bryant and stuff like that, the difference between Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, and LeBron James is Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan were killers. They were killers. And there is no way they're going to sit here and continuously lose. When
Kobe's
hold on,
3 seasons were terrible.
Yes, Kobe last 3 seasons were terrible. Why? He was on the way out the door. LeBron saying like he finna stick around and trying to don't hype me up. Don't hype me up. When LeBron gave that post-game interview, he's talking about we ain't got no lasers, we ain't got no shooters, so it is what it is.
Is that what he said?
Pretty much. I'm just like,
Did he really?
you've given up.
Oh no.
And you sitting here waiting, you just waiting for Bronny to get drafted so you can go wherever he at. My thing is, on your consultation with the GM, because he has part blame in this too, you got rid of all the young talent you had around you.
Yeah.
All of it.
But none of them were no lights out shooters. Nobody.
KCP was a shooter.
No, he was not. He was a
3-and-D guy. He's been that whole career.
He was so streaky. He was streaky.
I'm not saying
a pair of grown man draws.
He's better than what they have now.
Wait, I don't know about that. You talking about Caldwell Pope?
Yeah.
No, I don't know about better.
He's streaky. He just like everybody else who Lakers keep getting. If you're LeBron and you looking at this roster and I tell them the same thing. We don't have any shooters.
But you don't say that though.
That's
what it
you
is.
can.
No,
when
no.
your 3, hold on, I'm gonna tell you why. Your 3 guards go 1 for 25.
Yeah.
Even if you play great defense, you still can't win.
Mm-hmm.
The Los Angeles Lakers have Westbrook, Davis, Lonnie Walker the 4th. Go ahead, Keys.
Lonnie who?
We know who. I know
LeBron,
who. Lonnie
Troy Brown, Max Christie. Go ahead, Keys.
Max Christie who?
is that? Don't
Scottie
do it for
Pippen
everybody.
Jr.
But the point. Stop it. But the point is, you
Scottie Pippen Jr. Who?
You go down this whole roster, and I'm looking at this.
Patrick Beverly.
I'm looking at
Patrick
I'm
who?
looking at their whole roster like, who is these people?
They have a long roster.
Like y'all, they looking really
They got
bad.
Ron Anderson from Marquette.
Ron who?
We're not going to continue this conversation. We're going to move
Who
on.
is Troy Brown?
I'm not gonna lie. I've not heard half the name on the Lakers team.
Like you look at their roster, like
I know these
you gotta be
players,
kidding
but
me.
I don't know them.
I'm not.
I
gonna lie,
I know them because I know them in passing.
I don't. Wow.
I know them like Charles Barkley know them. I've seen you before. I've seen you. You played for 76ers, right?
I know Lonnie Walker used to play for the
San Antonio.
the Spurs at one point.
Yeah,
But I ain't seen him play in like 10 years.
you seen him play. He ain't been in the league that long.
Didn't he have like some weird hair on top of his head at first?
Yeah, he got it. He had that Florida stuff going on.
That was
But that Florida stuff going on. We got the West, which is pretty stacked to be honest with you. We got we got Phoenix Suns at number 1. Got number 2 the Denver Nuggets. Got number 3 the New Orleans Pelicans.
Too high.
Number 4 Memphis Grizzlies. Number 5 Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 6 the Los Angeles Clippers. Number 7 the Dallas Mavericks. And number 8 the Golden State Warriors.
This list is terrible.
Here we go.
I'll start right
Go
away.
ahead. Golden State number 1.
Golden State should be top 3. The Clippers should be top 3. If Kawhi stays healthy, the Clippers could win it all.
I don't care what you say about Kawhi.
Hold up.
He playing it smart.
The Clippers could win it all if he stays healthy.
They could beat the Warriors.
The Clippers could win it all.
They can beat the Warriors.
The Clippers could win it all.
I asked you a question, sir. Can they beat the Warriors?
I think the Clippers can beat the Warriors. It's contingent on the ability of PG and Kawhi staying healthy.
This is Drake tap dancing.
They gotta
feet.
stay healthy.
This is Drake tap dancing.
They gotta
feet.
stay healthy.
I'm asking you straight up.
I think they could beat the Warriors.
Okay. That's all
I start the Warriors winning, but I think the Clippers can beat the Warriors.
Stop it.
I don't like the Clippers at 6. I don't like Golden State at 8. Memphis, you all are about to see how much of a one-trick wonder they are.
Give me your 8.
1, I'm gonna go Phoenix. 2, Golden State. 3, Clippers. 4.
Memphis was a number 1 seed last year.
They were, but they're still a one-hit wonder. You'll watch and see. They just got blew out by some scrubs.
They got blew up by Dallas.
Some scrubs.
Dallas
With
is
one
not-
player.
But
One player.
Didn't Dallas just put the claps on the number 1 team in the league last year.
They did.
So don't say they scrub. Shut up.
I say scrubs because Zeke likes Dallas.
No, I like Luka.
You like Dallas.
I like Luka.
Luka's so overrated.
He's so overrated.
Oh my,
He's
here we
so
go. I'm not even
overrated.
gonna go here with
He's
you.
so overrated.
Buckets.
But
Buckets on
he-
top of
he-
buckets.
But man, he made John Morant look not like a non-factor. He made Morant look like a non-factor. So the Western Conference is always dominant. That 1 through 4 spot can be anybody at any given time. But I don't like that Golden State and the Clippers are in the bottom 3.
Mm.
That's disrespectful to call the world champs number 8. Just for being champs, you got to give them some respect.
Here's my thing. If we're talking everybody healthy, I don't think the Warriors can beat the top 5 teams. Maybe I'm sorry. New Orleans Pelicans, probably. Memphis, no.
Didn't they beat
Denver-
them in the series? Didn't they dang near sweep the Memphis
I
Grizzlies?
said everybody healthy, right? Right?
John Morant played.
John Morant got hurt, and they lost those games.
Listen, man,
Huh?
we
Huh?
John Morant in
Did he get hurt?
In your
Did
dream,
he get hurt?
on his best day, he's not better than Steph Curry.
Stop it, man. And
On his
then
best day, he's not better than Steph Curry. And Morant's a baller. I like Morant.
Mm.
But for you all to think that the Memphis Grizzlies had a chance to beat the Golden State Warriors,
they were
is
going
asinine.
to beat them until he got
They
hurt.
They were not. They were not.
They were.
They were not.
They
They were going to beat
They
them
were
until he
not.
got hurt.
Well, we'll see on Christmas, won't we? We'll see on Christmas.
You wanna put some money on it?
I will happily take that bet on around Christmas.
See,
It's helped me with my Christmas money.
Then
I will
on top of it,
happily take
what's going to happen is this: Steph Curry not going to play,
Why would you say that?
or Draymond Green not going to play,
Why
and
would
then,
you say
and then
that?
Dre going to be like, what?
A bet's a bet.
All right, bet.
It's not Christmas yet.
See, dog?
We'll do it the week before Christmas. We'll do it the Christmas episode.
So it's only been a week. It's only been a week in the season. Let's throw some hot ones out there. Some hot questions.
Okay.
Is this season more on Steve Nash or KD, Irvin, and Simmons?
All of the above.
It can't be all of the above.
Yeah,
I
it
agree.
can.
All of the book.
Yeah, it
Everybody,
can.
nice. Everybody,
No,
everybody, a part of the Brooklyn organization is in the hot seat right now.
Everybody.
No,
Everybody,
I don't think so.
Including the GM. What?
including the camera guy.
Because you got to remember, Kyrie has a 1-year deal.
He's out of here.
He should be.
KD's out of here.
Ben Simmons is trash.
So- I didn't say anything.
He's trash.
I didn't say anything.
KD will
When-
bully himself out of Brooklyn after it flops this year. And Steve Nash should have never been a head coach in the NBA anyway.
So here's the thing. Every season somebody has a scapegoat. And their scapegoat last year was, Kyrie with COVID. Ben Simmons didn't play the whole year. He was hurt. And then, KD was out here by himself with the rest of the losers. So that's why I'm saying, like, I'm looking at, I don't want to say what's the scapegoat, but what's going to be the scapegoat this year?
I think the scapegoat will be Steve Nash. That's a better way to answer.
And you know
who's
how
the scapegoat? Because it's always.
I don't want to say this.
and
is
it
scapegoat, because
was pre-written. If you look at what happened in the offseason when Kevin Durant said it's either me or him, what do you think they're going to use as soon as this season go bad? Kevin Durant said get rid of Steve Nash.
Yeah, he's not a coach. But that's the one thing I agree with Kevin Durant on.
That's their backup plan.
what, to get rid of Steve Nash?
He's done.
Blame Steve Nash.
Steve Nash. What's the Brooklyn record right now?
1-2.
If Brooklyn goes, say, 5-15, Steve Nash might not make it to the All-Star break.
They won't go 5-15. They're not that
I
bad.
don't know.
That's very true.
They're pretty bad because Ben Simmons is terrible.
Ben Simmons is Ben Simmons. He was who we thought he was.
He's fouled out in record time.
He fouled out first game. His second game, they did win, but he wasn't a contributing factor. I don't want to say his days are done, but
I mean, that's what happens when you don't play ball for a year.
it's very true.
I didn't get to see them play, so how bad did he do?
He fouled out in like 23
His first
minutes.
game, he fouled out in like 23 minutes.
Didn't score
His
many
second
points.
game, he didn't score no points. His second game was a little bit better, but it's one of those things where like the Ben Simmons we want to see, we'll never see. The Ben Simmons we want to see, we will never see.
Is he still playing the same way?
He's still playing the same way.
Well, he hadn't practiced in a year.
I don't want to hear those excuses because you.
No, it's not an excuse.
What,
It's a
what,
reason
what have
why
you been
need to
doing?
practice.
What have you been doing?
Shout out. Did y'all watch Raising Kanan, the finale?
What? No, I was busy watching basketball because this is a basketball podcast.
I've never seen any of them.
You never seen any of Raising Kanan?
No.
You should check it out.
I can't believe you. Just...
I mean, you got that other podcast. Invite me on to talk about Raising Kanan.
Oh Jesus Christ!
I thought about doing another podcast.
What
We
team?
should.
You
Which
guys wanna be a
team?
part of it?
I will. I'll be a part of your podcast as we don't get invited to his other one.
Some of y'all down. Some of y'all down.
Shout out to Kilo. What up, bro?
What team will go further this season? The Los Angeles Clippers or the Brooklyn Nets?
All the Clippers.
You sure?
All day.
A lot of injury-prone guys on there.
But Kawhi is going to show the NBA why
But
he's the man.
Injury-prone
But the
guys.
Clippers have a lot of backups for every position.
I mean, they good.
Well, and wait, you said
They
injury
can
prone.
get them over the hump.
Brooklyn is injury prone too. KD is a fragile.
Kyrie is.
Kyrie and KD.
KD played half the season.
It's still injured. It's still injured, bro.
I wouldn't call him injury-prone.
I would.
Of course
KD
you
will
would.
shut it down after 52 games.
I would.
So
That's how bad Brooklyn gonna be this year.
okay, well, this one thing, John Wall. Even though, first of all, welcome back, John Wall.
Welcome back, John Wall.
But the thing,
Welcome back. Clap. Hit the clap, man. I'm trying to clap it up for him because you know he told his story, man, and it made me give him.
oh man, please hear that.
Oh, get a brother a break.
I know, man. You
'Cause
have
I
no
know-
grace.
No,
You
I
know-
know the
no.
story you're talking
Hey,
about.
hey,
Thank God you're not Jesus.
You know,
Man.
you know how many
That
times
would nobody making it to heaven.
you know how many times we talked about John Wall on this show and he wasn't playing, man.
Mhm.
It's a pleasure to be talking about you today,
Yeah,
bro. And you
yeah.
I said,
Great.
hey,
Shout out
John Wall is back.
to Wall.
Now him talking about, well, you know, he told his story. No, man, please. I was going through some mental health.
Bro,
I
he
didn't
had
know when I was-
suicidal thoughts, man, because he thought his life was over because of basketball. Give the man
Oh,
some grace.
man, shake it off. Man up. Now,
Says the man who still.
what you gonna say, Casey? It's still what?
Nothing. Go.
What's I'm gonna say? But yeah, I have high hopes for the Clippers. I really do, because I'm starting to feel like Lou is a good coach.
Look, he won titles. He
Stop it.
took Cleveland to the championship.
Stop it.
Listen, they won.
Me and you and Kesey could have been on the sideline coaching LeBron for them years. Hey,
Ty-
LeBron, get us a bucket. All right, coach.
Ty Lue is a good coach.
But yeah, I do agree. I think the Warriors got snuffed on that list. There's no way they should be 8.
8.
No,
And he taking it back to
at
the
least
subject we've
3.
been done talking
At least
about.
top 5. They're the NBA champs. You got to give them at least top 5 off the strength of
top
that.
4.
And they didn't lose anybody.
And they have the MVP. They have the reigning MVP.
We said this last year, and I'm not going to stray from this. The only reason, one of the main reasons Golden State Warriors won that championship last year, because everybody was hurt. Take your time.
Is
We
it?
said that about the Bucks.
Yeah, same thing.
No, they be the healthy Phoenix. That was
No, I
number
thought
one.
I thought the Bucks lost because they had injuries.
Agreed.
Golden State was taking advantage of teams having injuries.
Oh yeah.
What are they supposed to do? Bitch, Steph? Just
I'm not
because your
saying that. I'm not
player's
saying
hurt?
that, but I don't act like they ran through a loaded West. They ran through an injury, like these teams coming through on crutches, and they just kicking the crush from under, like
So
game
they-
over.
They beat the handicaps.
Pretty much. Dre know
The
it.
disabled, not handicapped.
They came in a different like. So y'all got this Joker. This is a breeze. So they act like they ain't beat the handicap teams. It's like, get you out of the way. Get you out of the way.
Ain't they called a handicap match?
Pretty much.
I'm just saying, ain't that what they call
They
it?
done ran through the whole league. They ran through the whole to the
WWF,
championship.
yeah.
Okay, then that's what I'm saying.
It don't matter. They're the champs. But I like the Clippers a lot better than Brooklyn because Kawhi is looking like a monster.
And the Pelicans should nowhere near be number 3.
Number 3, they blow it every year.
Hey, let me tell you about.
Although shout out to Zion, happy to see Zion out here balling too.
I am too.
Hopefully it lasts. He's lost a tremendous amount of weight.
He back to
He has
jumping
a
out the
trainer
gym.
now. He has a chef. They're saying so. Be careful. Watch out for Zion,
And-
and he's
and-
committed too.
And Brandon Ingram is
Oh,
playing some good ball.
Yeah, he's committed to New Orleans, which I love to see. He signed,
Now.
he signed that extension.
Utah
Who
Jack.
did?
Zion Williams. He signed an extension with the Warriors. He's gonna
How
be there
much
for
was
the
it?
next 5 years.
How much was his extension?
It was, I
Like
think, it was the
100.
max that they can give him. They gave him the max. He got more than Ja Morant, I thought.
I think so. He got like 100 and something.
Yeah, he got more than Ja.
Utah Jazz. I said they skipped the rebuild. See how far this team can go.
Man, Ingram looked like that boy, like he just got out of the
Jail.
house of correction.
Who?
Ingram.
Ingram.
Oh,
Remember, that's another one. Remember, he sucker punched Chris Paul. He ran. He sucker punched Chris
He's
Paul.
balling, but man, that boy looked like he just got out the joint.
No, I think Utah again. It's early, but you gotta remember the NBA has a reason to tank right now. Everybody's going after that 7-7 dude. What's his name?
I don't know, but he's not gonna be good.
I know exactly. who you're
Everybody
talking
think
about.
he's gonna be good,
Mhm.
and everybody's trying to
He's
tank
in the-
for him.
He's the same place from Rudy Gilbert from what's the
France.
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 So
But just like
rebuild.
but just like I told y'all about that boy Chet, Hunger,
Yeah. What about him?
they too thin
Yeah,
too
for the
thin.
league.
he is little.
They
Yeah.
too thin for the league.
Yeah.
He is
Most
little.
thin players don't last long. Boy, oh boy, don't last long.
KD.
It's a
Yeah,
freak of
he's
nature.
a shooter.
He's a
freak,
freak
though.
of nature.
Yeah.
Chef, Holmgren is a shooter too.
Not like him.
Well, we have yet to see, but I'm saying he
Man,
started.
Chuck Hungers is no thicker than this court.
No, of course.
KD at least the size of this pole.
Who?
KD.
Well, I'm talking about his rookie year. His rookie year, he was Snoop Dogg in the beater on Baby Boy.
Chet is too thin. He got on a play. He shouldn't even have got hurt on.
I know, right?
He
Your-
shouldn't even got hurt on that.
First of all, your boy hurt him.
And he
Let's
got a
stop that.
whole season injury.
First of all, your boy hurt him. Okay, that's why he shouldn't be
This is a
playing.
man's game.
Because that's why he shouldn't be playing.
Say it
and
with your
that's,
chest.
that's why he shouldn't
Say
be
it with your
playing.
chest,
And
Lil'
that's why he shouldn't be playing in the
It's
summer
a
league.
chest. It's a grown man's game.
He didn't look back at nothing.
Say it with your chest, little.
Well, I can't wait till Bronny come in the league because niggas going at his head.
You know they is until he
Um,
dunk on somebody.
but the Jazz to me look really good. To be honest with you, they 2-0.
How are they tanking though? And then they 2-0.
They're not
They're
tanking
not
it.
tanking. He's
but-
asking. They're rebuilding
They're in a
because
rebuild.
they traded
Good.
all of their stars.
They
I
traded
know,
most of them. They
to
still got.
tank and try to get a number one pick. That's what you tank for.
I don't think
What they did
tanked.
is
Have you? Oh, this is my thing. Have you seen their roster? It doesn't look pretty, but they're like I said before. They beat the Nuggets by a lot.
It was one game.
They beat who else? I forgot who the second game was, but they're 2-0 right now.
man.
I'm just saying how they look. They look good.
and the GM cussed them out right after that.
Did he?
Hey.
Oh
Who?
yeah, because they won.
Hell yeah, they trying to lose.
They won the 7-7.
Only team
He
that's trying.
probably went in the
no,
locker
the
room
team-
after that.
The team
You
that's trying to
mother-
lose is
If y'all win another, yeah, I'm gonna shoot everybody in this locker room.
the team that's trying to lose is Oklahoma.
Oklahoma and the Bulls.
No, not the Bulls. The Bulls is trying to. They got a team over there.
I'm telling you, the Jazz should be trying to lose. Look at the roster.
Look at the roster. I'm saying like who they got Conley. They got
Conley.
Conley. They have he got crossed up
Mike
nasty too.
Conley.
Oh, they beat Minnesota. That's what they beat. They beat Denver and Minnesota. They beat
Mike
Denver and
Conley
Minnesota.
and the Memphis Grizzlies.
So that's my thing. Like I think that if you look at them play, they look good.
Jordan Clarkson, Mike Conley.
who may end up with the Bucks.
That's not gonna happen.
Who?
Jordan Clarkson has been linked to the Bucks. He may end up here before it's all said and done.
I hope they do give up Grayson Allen for him.
Or George Hill, but no one wanted him though.
No one wants Jordan Hill.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a couple players off of there though.
It would be for draft consideration. Utah's only interested in getting people for draft picks.
If I'm the Bucks, I wouldn't mind taking Rudy
Taking
as
who?
a veteran.
Who?
Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay.
Oh, come on, man, stop it.
No,
He 50.
no. We need Jordan. We'll take Jordan
You
Clarkson.
need veterans.
Not no
We got-
50-year-old.
We got Serge Ibaka.
He's tough.
He's what?
He's tough.
He's old.
He's old
And he still hits shots.
when he plays.
I'm not.
What do you mean when he played? He played 26 minutes last night with 16 points.
He had no choice.
Right. Jordan, he wouldn't play on the Bucks. We see what our coach does to vets. He put him at the end of the bench.
That's because they suck. If Ibaka sucks, he sucks.
Ibaka is done.
But yet we re-signed him.
I don't understand.
He was
that
cheap.
either. Probably.
Cheap.
Probably.
Come on and get a couple fouls.
Because
Chief.
we all can't be the Golden State Warriors and be like, you know what?
Man,
To get the luxury
$500
tax.
million.
But anyways, Best unbeaten team.
Probably these.
So what do you fall for?
I'm not, because I'm an adult.
You so immature.
The undefeated teams is Portland, the Clippers, the Pelicans, the Jazz in the West. In the East, it's Boston Celtics, Atlanta Hawks, Washington Wizards, and the Bucks.
The Clippers.
What was
The Clippers.
what was the question?
The best looking undefeated team.
The Clippers. I watched
best
their
look.
games. The Clippers.
Huh?
The best looking?
Yeah, but it's like when you see them play, you like, I can see this working.
The Clippers.
The Bucks.
They're not undefeated.
They are.
They are
are.
undefeated. They are. But we beat Philly, and who's the second thing we beat?
Philly
And
and
Houston. Houston's a nobody. There's some
Put them up by
scrubs.
20.
We're supposed to beat them.
But Houston Houston is 0-3.
Yeah, they went 3.
Yeah. I mean, Christian Wood, not with them anymore, but
Christian
know,
Wood over there balling in
he
Dallas.
is. He is.
He fits Luka.
He is.
They do.
That's what Luka needed. Luka needed a second player that
Low
can
key,
score.
Dallas is probably like maybe one more player for making a serious finals run.
Agreed. But they need a bully because Dallas kind of wimpy.
Woods ain't it.
Yeah,
He's a
okay.
good role player, but he's not.
He's
No.
a good
Oh,
real
no.
player, and he's a good guy to come off the bench.
And he can shoot. He's a great spot up shooter.
Yeah.
I like the Clippers undefeated right now. I like the Clippers, great team to watch. Also too,
I like the Pelicans.
I got to give the Bucks some credit because, like Kesey said,
We're missing a nice core.
we are.
So
We're not playing great basketball either, and
We're
we're still
not.
winning.
the fact that Giannis had to score 44 lets me know it's gonna be the Giannis show until these guys come back.
It's gonna be a long
But
season.
listen,
I don't think it's gonna be a long season. It's gonna be the Giannis show for the next 3 weeks.
it was easy 44 too. I watched it.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was an easy 44.
it was great.
It was easy 44.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, the easiest 44 he gonna get all season.
Yeah.
Eh,
Well, Giannis, he has a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah.
We lost. He didn't get
Oh.
MVP. He didn't get Defensive Player of the Year.
I think that's what's funny about that. I think Giannis is at that point where he's beyond that. He's like, I just want championships.
Yeah,
The other stuff I can keep that.
yeah, but he still should have won.
So, but I like the Pelicans. I think they playing some good ball. They not beat Brooklyn. They destroyed Brooklyn, and then they beat, I forgot who else they beat. But I like the Pelicans. And then Zion being on that team with this team that already went to the playoffs and damn near beat Phoenix, took them to 8 games, and for them to add Zion to that is something to watch out for. Like if you underestimate them, they will beat you.
So, quick question:
I'm listening.
Who is more disappointing, the 0-3 Sixers or the 0-3 Lakers?
0-3 Lakers.
0-3 Lakers.
They're more disappointed than the 0-3 Sixers.
Mm-hmm.
hmm
You think so?
Actually, you know what? I'll take that back. I'm gonna say the Sixers because they said James Harden was saying he's the Harden of old. Where he at?
No,
Because you know what? He
Hold
had.
on.
Hold up. He had two. He had the shimmy
That's why I
and
said that.
airballed. Right? He shimmied and made Marcus Smart fall and airball. Then he had
Airball.
another highlight. He made somebody fall and put up a crazy brick.
he had 30 something though.
But
Both
they
those
lost.
games,
But they lost.
and they lost. Okay, so
They
guess
lost.
what James Harden's used to doing?
Getting ready to go to the Lakers.
No, guess what he's used to doing? Scoring plenty buckets and still losing. He's used to that. So is this the old James Harden? Yes. Is your castmate coming up short? Yes.
You know what's shocking me though about Philly? Because Philly is a team that I'm thinking that's the most disappointed so far.
Mhm.
Is Embiid don't look like Embiid.
Well, he wants to go to Miami. Let's remember that.
He don't want to go to
Yeah,
Miami.
he does.
No, he don't.
Yeah, he does.
How
No,
you
he
figure
don't.
that?
How you figure that?
He tweeted it. He said, "Remember when Miami
He
was
tweeted about
losing,
PJ
He tweeted
or Jimmy. He was tweeting
tweeted-
Jimmy.
He said Miami is one big man away from the title. Who was he talking about, Zeke?
You think he's talking about himself?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
No.
If
Then on
Philly
top-
don't get it right, not only are they going to lose Harden, they're going to lose Embiid.
First of all, Harden's there to stay.
Not doubt it.
Joel
That's
and
not a contract.
1 year.
he's not a 1-year extension
1 year.
for them to spread the money everywhere else. But
Trying to win now.
this is the thing. Embiid is not going to be as he was last year. I'll say that. That's number one. Number two, he doesn't look like he's been working on anything. He looked like he's been chilling and kicking it.
Yeah.
That's why, like when they lost to the Bucks, Giannis was just out hustling him.
Yeah.
On every play.
Well, Giannis is a better player than Embiid anyway.
That, but I'm saying though, it wasn't like I think he scored 17 at half, and then for the rest of the game, he didn't have nothing.
Nothing.
So it was one of those things where like
He was out.
James Harden's
rebound.
like, James Harden is staying in Philly. He like, I don't have to carry this team. This is a 1-2 punch, and he honestly believes that. So he like, hey, if I get myself right, y'all got to carry the rest of the load.
Well, let's not forget Philly will probably try to shop around Tobias Harris, and plus, let's also remember Philly is not. They're playing. Their shooters aren't playing right now.
Who?
I'm sorry, Brooklyn shooters weren't playing. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Brooklyn shooters. My bad.
Yeah, Philly has no reason to be 0-3.
Yeah,
No reason.
I agree.
Now, John Morant.
I'm gonna tell you what their problem is.
What?
I know what Philly problem is.
What?
What?
Don't say
They,
it.
they took the rings from the young boy,
Who?
Maxey.
Maxey.
Maxie.
Maxey.
They took the
Maxey is just fast.
Listen, Maxie is good, and he puts pressure on the defense
Yeah.
because of his ability to push the ball as fast as
They
he
lost
does.
somebody. They lost somebody else too. I forgot who it was though.
They lost PJ.
They lost. No, they didn't lose. PJ Miami did. They
Miami.
gained
Yeah,
PJ.
yeah.
Have you been watching the NBA? You all
I
right?
have. I
You
have,
sure?
but I just forgot. Man.
Okay.
Like you don't forget.
And what happened when I forget?
We just said
You yeah, exactly.
You said it wrong.
So my thing about it's another defensive guy they had.
Green,
Not Green. It wasn't Dennis Green because he old.
Danny Green.
No, it wasn't Danny Green. It was somebody else. Young dude, light skin, got a fro. I can't forget his name.
Oh, I know who you're talking about. He, the one that went to Toronto.
Think so. He went to Toronto?
Yeah.
Wow.
Tabib.
Tabib, something like that. He got a weird now. I wasn't gonna try to pronounce it. I ain't gonna hold you. I was trying to stay away from trying to pronounce it. John Morant, MVP.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No.
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 Luka would be closer to MVP than him. Morant's a baller. Don't get me wrong.
He had 50.
So what? Dude, people score 50 in NBA like it's running water.
No, that's not. No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
League
Like
MVP.
10 people, 10, maybe 12 different people had 50 last year.
League MVP goes to Jason Tatum this year.
I got Giannis.
Mark my words.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you something. You might be right.
Mark my words.
He's he got them playing some good ball.
Mark my words. Jason Tatum is.
And I think Jason Tatum this year is really going into his role as I'm that guy.
he has to. You have no coach. You gotta be the big dog now. You have no coach to push you. You have no coach.
They got
So
that,
that little 34-year-old coach can't tell me nothing. And you know he can't tell them nothing.
Mhm.
Especially a Marcus Smart or Al Horford, who done been in the league more years than you've been alive almost.
No, he's
I'm talking about Horford.
oh. No, I'm talking about the coach. He's been around.
He's 34. Horford 62.
He's 60.
Shout out to Horford though. I like Horford though because he's a horse though. He's a workhorse.
That's I like that. Jason Tatum. I don't think Giannis is gonna win it this year, but I think John Morant is gonna be a close.
If
If he
Giannis-
don't win, he's gonna be a close second.
If Giannis keep having these 40-point games, he will.
I don't think that's what I'm saying. I think he does that because he has to. If Giannis has to take over a game, he'll take over a game. But I don't think that's what I'm saying. Like, and because we just recently won a championship, if we didn't lose Middleton last year, we would win another championship. I know now he's starting to get into that LeBron mode where, all right, whatever, to see. As long as we make the playoffs, I'm not worried. As long as we make the playoffs, I'm not worried.
Ooh.
That's where Giannis is at the point in his career. Like, as long as we make the playoffs, I'm not worried. Because I don't think no team can really beat us. And I feel like that way too.
And you know what? I'm gonna give it. A lot of the media is giving the Bucks a lot of credit. Like the Bucks are getting love. Like people
Yeah.
still got the Bucks finishing. We got people got the Bucks going to the finals. I think the Bucks can still make the finals out of the East, especially with a healthy Chris Middleton.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do that this episode or another episode?
We'll do one.
Super early predictions, like finals predictions, MVP.
No, we'll do it in a couple weeks.
Okay.
I want to get these at least 20 games, like Kesey said. Then we can start looking at these teams a little differently because team like the Lakers, they looking at 5-15. They're looking at 5-15.
Darvin Ham.
And I'm gonna ask this
Philly
question
looking
now.
at 1-12.
I'm gonna ask this question now, but we'll probably talk about it later in the season. How y'all gonna feel about a below 500 Los Angeles Lakers, but LeBron James wins all-time scoring?
Well, it kind of reminds me of how Kobe's gonna go out. Kobe went out scoring. What?
That's different.
No,
It's different.
I
You know it
disagree.
is. It's different.
I know it can't be.
It's different. You're the best player since Michael Jordan.
Accolades are just that. Accolades are that of the player. When LeBron beats the record this year, it's still going to be an all-out celebration. It will solidify himself as the second greatest player of all time.
Some say the best, but go ahead.
The second, no one says the best.
A
The
lot of people
second
say the
greatest
best.
player of all time. He'll be at that top spot that will likely be untouched for years to come. For years. Look how long it took Kareem to be knocked off, and it still hasn't happened. We're assuming LeBron's going to stay healthy all year to knock this out. Okay?
The way he don't care, he'll stay healthy.
I think LeBron knocking off the record is still going to be monumental because it hasn't been touched in so many years. LeBron has nothing to prove, but we all know that the Los Angeles Lakers is a bad basketball team. Anyone with high hopes for Darvin Ham and company should really pick another team before it's too late.
And then another thing, a reason I brought that up because Steph Curry got the record for most threes and for career threes, and they won a championship. So it just added, something on top of what transpired because this was the Warriors' year. Because of that, I think it adds more to this is their year. Now, if the Lakers came out just balling out of control, then I think his whole beating the record thing would be more talked about. But to me, you beating his record to me is absolutely nothing to me. Absolutely nothing. But there's been another episode of 94 Feet Podcast. I'd like to thank my brothers Kesey.
It's a pleasure, good people. It's glad to be back in the building.
I was like thank my
We're
brother.
here.
I was like thank my brother.
2022, 2023 season.
Go ahead, take your time. I also like thank my brother Dre.
Yo, it's a pleasure. Excited to be back. Real quick, I got a personal goal. I don't think my brothers heard this one yet, but
I did.
the next 10 years,
Save it.
I'm going to go to every NBA stadium. So my goal is to try to go to the Bucks off-season games because I want to see every NBA team stadium. All 27 or 29 teams, whatever.
Mhm.
I've already been to like 10. So, and I'm going to the Phoenix Stadium next week for the first time. So
Oh wow.
looking forward to. So that's a personal goal for the next 10 years of my life.
You want to see the Packers play?
I've already seen the Packers play multiple times. I normally go to a Packer game every year,
Mhm.
but we get it. The Packers suck. We're not in denial. You're always in denial.
I'm not in denial
of
of
the
what?
Dallas Cowboys. You're always in denial.
We're 6-2.
Y'all to lose in the first round of the playoffs this year.
But you guys
We're not gonna
won't.
make it. We know.
Oh, hold on, Tone. What you got? I know. What you got, Tone? I knew you was gonna say that.
Who's your team?
Philly.
The only undefeated team in the league.
And they're playing some good football too.
Right.
If Dak
They're
would have
playing
played, we'd have
good
beat y'all. But that's a whole other
They
conversation
looking like
for
how
another day.
Buffalo looked the last couple of years.
Yeah.
Black quarterback. I feel good.
Yeah, they're looking good. So shout out to the Eagles and
Shout out to the
Broncos.
Knicks.
Shout out to the Eagles.
Shout out to the
That blasphemy?
Cowboys for being
Both
5
of our
and 2.
teams are undefeated right now.
Okay, here we go.
Great motion.
And we
Anyway.
know Dallas can't beat the Eagles.
If Dak would have played, we'd have won.
Y'all
Stop.
never
Stop it.
beat the
Stop it.
Eagles.
Stop it.
We gonna it's a basketball show.
It's a basketball show. We'll revisit this. But anyways,
It's been another good episode.
that's been a good
Shout
episode.
out to the Dallas Cowgirls and
What?
whoever else is on their roster.
So you can always catch us on all social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and this year maybe TikTok, maybe a little TikToking, a little tap dancing. We'll do some of that maybe. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Also, you can catch us
Because
on
we're
all.
adults.
That's not how it goes.
No. You say except for TikTok because we're adults.
I didn't say except TikTok though.
You said this year they'll try
Well,
TikTok.
well,
But I'm just reminding everybody of how you dog TikTok.
I did. I have no problem saying it because I am an adult. You won't see me dancing on the camera.
Although a private user of TikTok.
I'm not a private user of TikTok. Anyway.
Oh, you are. We're gonna have a leak session and like the Draymond video leaked.
Leak it.
Zeke's
You know
TikTok.
what? We finna get about here. Tone, cut us off because I'm trying to be mature about this, but I
Let him
see.
go. 94.
No. We out. Peace.
It's okay to be a TikToker.
I'm not a TikToker.